Did you know that 75% of Kenya's population are youths? These are young people. This means that young people make the majority of the people in our country. So in today's video, we want to talk about how can this young population or these youths be included in the leadership of our country. As always, I'm your host, Edna Mombi Maina, and this is Kubonga na Mayouth. To help us indulge in this conversation, our set is graced by a guest, and I'm going to allow him to introduce himself to the viewers.
Thank you so much, Edna.
You're welcome.
And greetings to my viewers wherever they are. My good name is Elijah Wangari, a youth leader in Nyeri County. I also happen to serve as the Deputy Speaker to Bunge Youth Dialogue. This is an assembly for the young people countrywide, whereby we have representatives from each and every county elected by young people to represent their issues on matters leadership, on matters representation across the country. We also work closely with National Assembly through a parliamentary caucus by the name Kenya Young Parliamentarians Association. So we usually have something known as a mock parliament, whereby we get to hear concerns affecting the young people in our country. And since we are not parliamentarians, we work with the parliament to ensure that the youth voices are amplified.
All right, so clearly you're best fit for this discussion.
Oh sure, big time.
Yes. So before we start our conversation, we're going to pick random questions that are given by different people. This is a question. So would you rather always feel like you need to sneeze or always have an itchy throat?
My Lord. I choose sneezing.
Oh.
It is an easier problem
than an itchy throat.
I'll be coughing each and every time. Believe me, it is not comfortable. It is quite disturbing. So I'd rather sneeze. Actually, I feel relieved while sneezing. So
but it's the feeling of needing to sneeze. You know that feeling when you want to sneeze, but it's not coming out.
If it's not coming out, okay. I don't know. I've never experienced that, but weirdly, I enjoy sneezing. I don't know why. I feel some kind of relieving thing, but for a throat, especially in public, I think it's quite disturbing and uncomfortable. So I'd still go with sneezing. Sure.
For me, I don't know. I think I really, I've never thought of it, but I think the need to sneeze would be okay. The feeling of needing to sneeze, okay, it's very irritating, but it's way better than an itchy throat. I mean, you can't, for an itchy throat, you can't get your hand down there to itch it. You just be making weird sounds. So I think I would take that, but if I have an option, I will take none. Yes, please tell us what would you rather? Yes, so let us get into today's conversation, which is inclusive youth leadership. So I would like to understand, or to make the viewers understand, what is this inclusive youth leadership according to you?
Thank you, Edna, and I really like the fact that you did start with facts, and you said that 75%, almost 3/4 of our population, is below the age of 35 years. According to our constitution, Article 260, I believe, which talks of a young person who is a young person. And despite us forming the bigger chunk of our population or the bigger demographic, we are still underrepresented. I mean, in all spheres. When we go to religion, we are underrepresented. When we go to government, politics, we are underrepresented. In the executive, in the National Assembly, I mean, even in the judiciary, the young people are underrepresented. And maybe coming back to data, you said that 75% over. It's actually 78%, according to the 2019 Kenya national census. And you'll also find, according to UNDP that due to exclusion, we lose about 7% of our GDP just due to exclusion, whereby you find that the young people are not engaged in political discussions. And this includes young people, women, and people living with disability. You'll find that the youth, they have the energy, that is one. Number two, they are informed, they are well educated, but then when it comes to opportunities, we are being told we are yet to get there. You know, gone are the days whereby we used to be told that we are the leaders of tomorrow. Actually, today we are saying that we are the leaders of today and tomorrow. Therefore, when we have the issue of inclusion and young people not being part of it, it means that the opinions of the young people are not considered. Young people are not given equal platform, even surprisingly, in a religious setup, to express themselves, to represent themselves, among other things, which is a very bad thing. And to me, I would say that with our country, there is what we call youth budge. Youth budge is whereby your population, the young people form more than 30% of the entire population. In our country, it is 75%. This can be a blessing, and also it can be a curse, depending on how we utilize it. One, having young people, especially most of us are elites, it can be an opportunity in this way. If we take these minds and place them in the right platforms, let's say if it is in climate change, if it is in technology, let us place these young people there, because they have the energy and even the wit, the wisdom.
Since there are opportunities where young people can be included in very many different spaces.
Big time.
But what makes them, currently the situation in our country is that young people are not included in leadership and even in political discussions and all this decision making. What causes this? What is bringing the fact that young people are not being included?
Thank you, Edna, for that good question. Interestingly, in our country and other third world countries across the globe, we are usually referred to them as global south. Young people are usually more important during the campaign period or when we near the electioneering period. That is when we are being told we are their children. You hear every political formation saying, I have the support of the youth. In their manifesto, we'll look into the youth issues, we'll create how many job opportunities, we'll do what for the young people. But past the elections, they regroup and eat together. Now the young people, we become the menu because we are not on the table. The political class unite against us. There are no job opportunities. If anything, the job opportunities, they get lost. Companies close. You'll find the MSMEs, which represent the young people, or which are the ideas of the young people, due to high taxation, they can't even sustain themselves. So the main cause of this, I think, one is us, the young people, being disintegrated and being divided by the political class. Because I believe if we unite as young people and chant one way, we can come up even with our own manifesto, our own irreducible minimums, in that we even sign we sign agreements with the political parties, with the leading presidential candidates. We tell them that we'll support you, but under one condition. For us, our interest is this: we need to have a government that appoints a youth as a CS, as a minister, as a cabinet secretary in their government. But today in our country, we even don't have a stand-alone youth ministry, leave alone a young minister in government. We need one umbrella whereby all youth issues can be brought there. In that, if today Elijah is a young person, needs assistance from the Ministry of Agriculture, I don't have to go through the Ministry of Agriculture. I can be directed to that specific umbrella that deals with the issue of young people. I don't know whether we'll call it Ministry of Youth or State Department, but let us have all these issues under that one docket. And for us, maybe as young people, you know, these people usually, or the political class or elites, they usually view us as children. It's high time that we come on board, on the table, and discuss and even show them that we are not children. Let us negotiate our way. I'll tell you, Edna, during the formation or the drafting of the 2010 Constitution, the women were on the table, and that is why they got the seat of the county MP, because it never used to be there. But today, in each and every county, we have women representatives.
Yeah.
Why then, we as the young people, can't we be part of the discussion? Can we also have our irreducible minimum? Tell them that as young people, we can even start with the MCA position. Let us say that this MCA position will be specifically for the youth, a young girl or a young boy, so that it can act as a breeding ground for young leaders. In that when you serve for MCA, for instance, for 2 terms, you'll be good to go to seek either for member of parliament or senatorial or even gubernatorial position, or even the woman rep position.
Yeah.
So you'll have been nurtured. And with that, we'll be changing now our grassroots. We'll start the change from our counties, so that if Elijah and Edna gets to a county assembly, we'll start changing our county. We'll start bringing the visionary ideas that we have. If we change county, other young people in Murang'a, they'll be changing Murang'a. Others in Laikipia and Nyandarua. At the end of the day, after we've served in our 2 terms, we'll have grown the political muscles that I'll want to represent my constituency now in the National Assembly. Same case to you, and same case to that other young person. When we get to the National Assembly, now we can bring change to our country. You know, the reason as to why, I've had many people asking us, but then we have young people elected in the National Assembly, but they don't bring change. People ask me, what happened to them? Yeah. We had so much hope on them. But then I'll pose a question to the young people. Today, if you pick one rotten potato and you throw it into a sack of good potatoes, that one rotten potato will spoil
all the rest, yeah.
Time by time. And when we talk of inclusion, Edna, it is not about Elijah or Edna or a young person being on parliament or in parliament. It is about our voice being heard in the floor of parliament, or being amplified on the floor of parliament. Therefore, it is not a must that we elect a young person. But then, can we have that mature person with the interest of the young people? Because when Kibaki came into power, Kibaki was not young, Kibaki was not a youth. But then if there is a person, or if there is a regime that really helped the young people, it is the Kibaki regime. Personally, I am a product, I am a beneficiary of the free primary education. Actually, we are the pioneers who came up with that. Were it not for that man, probably I wouldn't have had the opportunity to go to school when he opened up the economy. Because it is Kibaki who went to China and even came up with these border things. It is Kibaki who opened up Thika Superhighway. You see, when he did that, he was creating opportunities for the young people. He was not young, but he had that the vision of the young people. Yeah. The young people have decided that they are going to use the same energy that they used to mobilize themselves on the streets, to mobilize themselves to register as voters, and also to mobilize fellow young people to collect their national identity cards. And then now, when it comes to the second Tuesday in August of 2027, we are going to mobilize ourselves to make sure that we've participated in election. What does this mean? Participating in the election does not mean just seeking an elective vote. It means also voting in and voting out bad leaders. I would like to encourage the young people and tell them that we are not going to join any table whereby we are not represented. If anything, I highly encourage the young people, if you find a table that does not have youth representation, rather than we joining the table or to be on the menu, we'd rather break and destroy that table and let us form our own table. It is high time that we, the young people, form our own way and show the world that it is now, because now the political class have been saying that niko na vijana, niko na Gen Z. Actually now the discussion
That's
is we have Gen Zs, tuko na Gen Z. Can't we Gen Z form our own formation so that tuseme hata sisi tuko na hao rather than sisi we are being used as objects. I think we need to declassify that and chant our own way. We've said that numbers don't lie. Census show that we are 75% of the population. According to IBC database of 2022, 40% of the registered voters are young people. It's only that we don't show up to vote.
Yes.
When we talk of inclusion and exclusion, we are usually viewed as the marginalized group, whereas we are the majority. Why can't we take up that role and decide now we no longer want to be or we no longer want to be in the marginalized category? We are the majority. Can we now shape up and take leadership position?
Well put. Okay, let me pose a question to
Sure.
you. Do you currently we have, maybe there are those organizations or all these government institutions that are willing to give young people spaces,
Sure.
maybe even one space.
Yes.
Are young people willing to take these spaces, or are they afraid? That is one question.
Sure.
One. Two, do they have mentors? You know, if you want people to take these positions in, maybe, for example, the National Youth Council,
Sure.
to take upon these positions in this council,
Yes.
do they have enough mentorship, and do they have even mentors to show them or chart the path, this is how we do things and all these things? Or is the system so rotten
Sure.
such that these young people cannot get this
Yes.
mentorship? As you answer that, you're going to share your handles to the young
Sure.
to the viewers,
Sure.
so that anyone else who has questions or any other concern, or maybe just requires guidance of some
Yes.
sort, they can get to reach you.
Thank you so much, Edna. And allow me to begin with your first question. Are the young people equal to the task or not? And I'll tell you that, again, allow me to refer to June 2024. The young people are clearly showed that they know what they want, they know where they want to be, and they know with whom do they want to walk the path with. And the young people also boldly illustrated that they are ready to lead, and the leadership does not require experience. Today, the young people, with the kind of the brains that they have, with the kind of the education, the quality education, the young people have been in a position. Did you see how they simplified the finance bill of 2024?
Yeah, to something.
To something everybody, I mean, any layman or woman would understand.
Yeah.
This shows that these young people, or we the young people, have the ability to implement these policies and even bring up more policies on the floor of parliament, be it in the county assembly, be it in the national assembly, be it in the senate. So we have the capacity to lead. Therefore, I would encourage young people. There are lots of opportunity out there. Come out, express yourself, and even start engaging at grassroots level. As a parting shot to the young people, I would like to tell them that we are not too young to lead. We have what it takes. Let nobody lie to you that you need rocket science for you to lead. If you are gifted, if you feel you have the calling, if you feel you are empowered enough, start engaging the people. Go door to door. You don't need millions, you don't need billions, you just need the call. You just need the ambition to lead your people. Start engaging your family members, start engaging your peers, start engaging your primary school, your village, your grassroots, and at the end of the day, we'll have lots of partners. If you want to connect with me, my name is Elijah Wangari on Facebook, on TikTok, and even on even in LinkedIn. I still maintain the same name, Elijah Wangari. If you Google me, you'll find me, and you'll get even images of me. I just look like this. I don't do filters. This is my natural look. That is how I keep it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Elijah, for coming to our set and even indulging in such a conversation. So this is what we need to fight for as young people. We need to take these initiatives and take it upon ourselves to ensure that we're being included in leadership and in getting equal opportunities in wherever industries or companies or organizations, even in the government itself. Make sure to connect with us on all our platforms at Quo Vadis Youth Hub. You can comment on this post so that you can tell us what else do you want to hear, what else should we have added, how else can young people ensure that they're being included in leadership and even generally. So make sure you to comment, share, subscribe, like. As always, I'm your host Edna Mombi Maina, and this has been Kubonga na Mayouths.